Welcome to General News Morning Brief for July 13, 2026. SpaceX shares are cooling after a historic IPO, while rising river temperatures are threatening nuclear power in France, and dolphin deaths are spiking in South Australia. 1 month after making history with the largest initial public offering of all time, SpaceX is seeing its momentum cool significantly. According to the BBC, shares have dropped about 35% from their peak of $255, falling to approximately $35. The initial surge in interest was largely driven by the company's positioning as a major player in the artificial intelligence sector. This happened particularly after its $60 billion all-stock acquisition of the AI startup Cursor. This volatility has left many retail investors facing potential losses. In fact, some analysts are comparing these price swings to the behavior of a meme stock. While insiders and those who bought at the initial $35 listing price are still in good standing, the market's focus is shifting. Investors are moving away from the AI hype and looking back at the core rocket and Starlink satellite businesses. Now, all eyes are on early August. That is when the company is expected to release its first public earnings report. This window is critical because it may coincide with the end of the employee lockup period. That is the date when staff members who were previously prohibited from selling their shares can finally do so on the open market. While Elon Musk projects that annual revenues will reach $1 trillion by 2030, analysts warn that the company has a massive climb ahead to justify those valuations. While the markets react to tech volatility, energy providers in Europe are facing a different kind of pressure. The Guardian reports that unusually warm temperatures and below-average rainfall have hit much of Western and Central Europe throughout June and early July. This has caused river levels to drop and water temperatures to rise. This weather pattern is creating a direct challenge for the French nuclear power grid. Several of France's nuclear power stations rely on river water for cooling. Under French environmental regulations, operators must limit the amount of heat they discharge back into the rivers to protect aquatic life. When the river water is already too warm, the plants cannot discharge enough heat to keep running at full capacity. This means electricity output may need to be reduced just to stay within the law. These environmental shifts are also being felt in marine ecosystems, specifically in South Australia. Dolphin deaths there have reached their highest level in 12 years. Researchers are currently investigating a link between these deaths and massive algal blooms that have decimated local food sources. Data shows that this trend is accelerating. In 2025, researchers found at least 70 carcasses of common and bottlenose dolphins across the state. That trend continued into 2026, with 20 additional deaths already reported. This includes the recent death of a popular Port River dolphin known as Zoom. Scientists are now working to confirm if the disruption of the food chain caused by the blooms is the primary driver behind the spike. The current evidence suggests that the blooms are stripping the water of the prey these dolphins need to survive, leaving the local wildlife population in a precarious position. That is the latest from General News Morning Brief. More updates will follow as the facts develop.